that we are one. So we're set up as a circle so that we will have this one continuous flow of energy. So when we think about Juneteenth, the concept of the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863, in January of 1863. But in Galveston, Texas, the Gordon Granger sent his troops to Galveston, Texas in 1865 and found that there were still Africans who were enslaved working as slaves. And so his soldiers came in and basically told those who were still working as slaves that you have the choice. You can stay here, continue to work, but you must be compensated. Or you leave, you're free to leave. That's oversimplifying it, but basically that's what we're talking about. And so as an African nation here in America, we recognize that we were not really free in 1863 because some of us were still in bondage. And I mean, when we dig in history, we find that it even went past 1865 in some places. But we stay with that story because it was well known, well documented, and they made it an official holiday. Now, one of the things that we ask ourselves when we think about the history there, first of all, how come they didn't know? So they have all these different theories. Maybe the messenger who went through to tell them was killed on the way. Maybe they did know and they just kept it undercover because they were benefiting from it. There are all these different theories. Another thing is, what did the family do when they found out that they were free? So, from the slave narratives and from different oral history and stories, we found out a few things. One, that we went by the streams and the rivers and we ripped off clothing, and in a ceremonial ritual, we threw them in the stream. And we put on garments that was representative of what we wanted to wear. So it may not necessarily look like the African gear that we rolled around with in the 60s and 70s, dashikis and afros. But you know, there were a lot of skills that us as Africans, we came over with.
Yes, indeed.
All right?